I'm Esther. I'm a resident of Lexington County in South Carolina. Back in 2019, my mother lives in a two-story house. She's 89 years old. One day when I was over there, I went down to the basement, and as I stepped onto the bottom floor, stepped in about 2 inches of water. The water heater had rusted out and flooded the entire downstairs. When I made the initial call, they were responsive at first. After the process went on, things kind of bottlenecked, got more confusing, more difficult. Originally, they were okay to pay for all the flooring. However, my mother lived on a cement slab, and after being in the home for over 50 years, the slab needed to be treated. There was a moisture content there that needed to be treated, and the insurance company did not want to pay for that. They wanted to argue that that was not part of our coverage, but they could not show us in our documents where they wouldn't cover that. And the floor company would not install the flooring unless the moisture content reading reached a certain level. We're hanging there. We're not able to get her house back, but the reality is you're sitting here with a house tore up, and you've got to do something. She shouldn't have had to come out of pocket up front to cover the cost of the repairs to her house while we're going back and forth with an insurance company. So bottom line, if you don't have the money to repair your home up front, you're gonna have to wait, and I don't know how you accomplish it. My mom and dad had lived in that house for over 60 years. They had been with the same insurance guy, the same insurance company, paid their premiums faithfully. I don't know in my lifetime that they ever filed a homeowner's claim. I would have hoped that they would have come to our aid and assisted us in the process. So about 5 years later, I had my first water incident. There was a line behind my refrigerator, unbeknownst to me, had a slow drip. I think it just burst open one day. I went to go to the refrigerator one morning, and as I walked into the kitchen, I'm stepping on my hardwood floors and water is seeping through. My husband and I filed a claim. At first, the response was similar to the same with my mother's claim. They took the information, they were receptive. We paid the initial $18,000 to get the work started. The claim was $36,000 claim, and thought we would get the check pretty quickly from the insurance company and replace what we had to take out of our savings. Turns out that took a lot longer than we thought. Then as work begins, they start tearing everything apart. They find other problems, and it's almost like you had to go through kind of a proving process. I'm not the one that's coming to the insurance company going, we found more problems. The contractor's coming to the insurance company and saying, we found more problems, they need more work done, and it is due to the damage. And so it almost felt like they didn't believe us. After the first year we received our renewal notice, we noticed it had increased significantly. I called my insurance agent. Part of the increase was due to the claim, and part of it was due to an increase nationwide. At that time, I decided to go look at other insurance carriers to see if I could get a more reasonable insurance plan. Found out that I was kind of blacklisted. I don't know if that's the term that they would use, but that certainly is the term I think of. No one would quote me a homeowner's policy. All because I had to use my homeowner's insurance once.